All right, well, we are back for another Live It series. We're going to do 3 weeks with John Sablon, who's part of our new series called The Vision of Man Fully Alive. It's our new year 4 for TMIY. And John's the core team leader at his parish in Modesto. Great leader, great dynamic speaker, but my favorite part, personally, is, we've talked, just in private about just your prayer life. And the part that I really enjoy is hearing about your discipline and your prayer life with your spouse.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think it's obviously very important. My primary vocation is to my wife and to my children. And Nicole and I take it very seriously as far as how we approach that. So we have a routine, and we start our day. We wake up earlier just so we can actually start our day in prayer before we hit the gym and before we get into the busyness and hecticness of the day. And we also actually, so we incorporate our prayer life through primarily our Dominican spirituality. We're both third order Dominican, so we do a morning prayer before we get up and get going. If we can connect together, especially for lunch, we try to do the Angelus in the afternoon together. And of course, our daily prayers throughout as personal prayers for each other. But then we also do an evening prayer and do a nighttime prayer. We pray the liturgy of the hours, and we incorporate a daily examination of conscience, right? So we do an examine based on St. Ignatius spiritual exercises, so that way we're in lock and step, mentally, emotionally, and of course spiritually together. So we take it very seriously. We're regimented about it, but it's just help our own marriage and relationship blossom, not just with God, but also with ourselves.
Right, and your regiment and discipline speaks to how important it is to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful. So for our Live It tip for the week is really this week I want us to focus on, pray for your spouse, but also with your spouse.
Yeah.
And so many times we live our own separate spiritual lives. And bring your family into your spiritual life, and try to discover those times where, even if you have to make a change, right? Mm-hmm. This involved rearranging your life to make this possible.
That's right.
So we'll see you for 2 more weeks with John Sablon. Thank you.